From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Good Thursday morning. It's going to be another evening where we're expecting some smoke in the Blue Foothills. That would be places like Pendleton and Walla Walla. High temperatures now more so flirting with the 100 degrees for tomorrow, and dangerous fire weather going to be afoot for Saturday for a couple different reasons. Okay, air quality not as bad as what we were expecting for the Blue Foothills, at least for now, but this map can change pretty quickly, so we'll be keeping a very close eye on this. Wind gusts not really going to be a factor for today, just like they weren't really for yesterday, except for in the Kittitas Valley. But temperatures out there this morning, 50s and 60s for lower elevations. We're looking at 56 for the Tri-Cities, 62 degrees in Yakima, 57 in Hermiston. Back to the Tri-Cities, we're going to be in the mid to upper 90s for today. Tomorrow is going to be our best shot of hitting 100, but a lot of mid-90s across the board for this Thursday. And we did see some updates, some of the fires yesterday, especially with the Paradise Fire. So we'll talk about that coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
And right now, a 36-year-old Kennewick man is dead after authorities say he crashed his motorcycle on the US 395 off-ramp heading onto Columbia Drive. And for aspiring pilots, landing that first airline job isn't as simple as getting the license. Patience could be the key to getting hired. Plus, flock cameras in Yakima are appearing in numbers, but also appearing in controversy around residents.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good Thursday morning, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Zoe Solis. Before we can get into it, we're going to toss it back over to Josh for our fire watch for this morning. Josh?
Yeah, thank you, Zoe. We start off with the Paradise Fire, which is going to pop up here in just a second. The Paradise Fire, which is burning in the Blue Mountains. It's at the conjunction of Walla Walla County, Columbia County, Umatilla County, and Wallowa County. It is now over 6,700 acres, and it's the southern side of the fire, especially the southwestern side of the fire, that continues to give us all the headaches, right? And so we did see expanded evacuations yesterday, further towards the south and further towards the west. Even a level 3 go now evacuation area for this little slice of Umatilla County. You can read up more about these precise evacuation boundaries by going online to applevalleynewsnow.com. The other big fire that's burning in the Blues would be the Hagen Fire. We did not get at least we didn't get a big update to acreage or containment on this one yesterday, but it's over 58,000. It's almost 20% contained. It's still the southeastern and the northeastern side of the fire that continue to be problematic. Good update with this one yesterday. Unfortunately, evacuation's not reduced, but Oregon Highway 204 has reopened. The entire length of the highway has reopened from Weston to Elgin. So that is a big update we've been waiting on for quite some time, and it finally happened. But still expansive evacuations for Umatilla and Union counties. And then finally, the Three Queens Fire, which is 3,800 acres, only 2% contained, and still some active hotspots on the eastern and the northern side of this fire, and still those expansive evacuations from Lake Cochise to Cle Elum Lake and points in between. Again, with all these fires, you can find so much more information posted online at applevalleynewsnow.com.
All right, thank you, Josh. Continuing here, as a 36-year-old Kennewick man is dead. This is after authorities say he crashed his motorcycle on the US 395 off-ramp heading onto Columbia Drive. Washington State Patrol says it happened Wednesday afternoon. Troopers say that when the man was traveling at a high speed to get off of the highway, he did not follow the curve of the off-ramp and hit a guardrail. He was declared dead on the scene. First responders shut down the off-ramp to tend to the crash. This is currently a developing story.
The scene is very extensive, so we hope that the motoring public in this area please avoid the area, use State Route 397, the Cable Bridge, as a detour. We're going to be here for quite a bit, and the Columbia Drive exit is completely blocked off.
The ramp reopened around 6 p.m. yesterday, and WSP says that family members of the man have been notified. Into your crime alert this morning, the Kennewick Police Department is looking for a thief who they say stole more than $1,100 worth of products from the Columbia Center Mall. KPD says that during at least 3 trips to Sephora, the suspect took several beauty products, hiding them in a bag or purse before walking out of the store. Officers say they have identified the suspect but haven't made an arrest yet. The pilot shortage may be real, but for aspiring pilots, landing that first airline job isn't as simple as getting a license. Apple Valley News Now's Dan Hansen went to the Tri-Cities flight schools where students are learning that experience and patience could be the key to getting hired.
Getting into the pilot seat is simply more than just learning to fly. For those aspiring pilots here in the Tri-Cities, building the experience and hours can really help their career take flight. Randy Smith first caught the flying bug as a kid. He earned his private pilot's license as a teenager, then chose a different career. Years later, he returned to aviation, earned his commercial license, and became a flight instructor.
I would have always kicked myself if I never took that first step. I would have always regretted it for the rest of my life.
Smith now has about 2,000 flight hours and is working toward an airline cockpit. His next steps, interviews, then airline training.
I'm a cadet with a regional airline right now, being a regional pilot for as long as I can.
But that path is a long one. Sundance Aviation owner Cliff Dyer says pilots need 1,500 hours before qualifying for an airline transport pilot certificate.
250 is kind of that no man's land. You need to get additional 1,000 hours.
And those hours can come with a major price tag. Bergstrom Aircraft President Malin Bergstrom says training, rates, and certifications can add up.
By the time somebody gets their commercial and maybe even other ratings and certification, and they're going to have $100,000 invested.
Still, both flight schools say interest is growing as airlines prepare for more demand. For Smith, the investment is worth it because this time he's seeing his dream through. Dan Hansen, Apple Valley News Now.
Yesterday was National Aviation Day, which was chosen because August 19th is Orville Wright's birthday. Fun fact for you right there. Turning now over into Oregon. In Umatilla, one firefighter was hurt when fire crews were handling a wildfire, and the Umatilla Rural Fire Protection District went out to a large pallet fire along Highway 395. This is right near Union Street. Because of the conditions, the fire had the potential to spread fast, but the fast actions of the firefighters prevented any further damage, thankfully. Firefighters say there was an explosion and one firefighter was hurt. They were evaluated and treated at the scene. They say the pallet business is a total loss, and right now the cause is still under investigation. Flock cameras have been spotted a lot more frequently in Yakima. Some streets are even seeing these cameras at every intersection. Yakima County residents have expressed growing concerns regarding them. One issue is the lack of privacy that is felt when driving by these cameras, and another is how much money is actually funding them.
Where is that money going that we can afford these new flock cameras? I mean, talk about misspending money, right? So we need to defund flock. We need to cancel those contracts, okay? And put our money, my tax money, where we tell you to put it.
There are reportedly 30 different cameras set up in and around downtown Yakima and 40 in Yakima County. Some citizens believe City Council and law enforcement are not going to listen to the public's concerns. Still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. After 6 years of living in the U.S., the Duke and Duchess of Sussex are moving back to London. And your time right now is 5:08, taking a live look out into Yakima. Sun rises until 6:02, still dark out there. We could be looking at some highs around triple digits. Find out when we return after this.
The secret to success is always something like, hang in there, embrace the hustle. No pain, no gain. But at Denver Mattress, we believe the best way to get ahead is to start ahead with a great night's sleep on a Purple mattress. Soft and firm in all the right places, the Gel Flex Grid keeps you cool all night long.
And right now, save up to $1,600 on select Purple mattresses.
Or check out the Consumer Reports recommended Doctor's Choice Plush. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to find your perfect purple.
With a new Toyota from Toyota's National Sales Event, summer plays on. Whether you're teaching the art of tailgating, showing up for the home team, or finding the ultimate skybox, with a new Toyota, you can keep summer playing anywhere.
Right now, you can lease a new 2026 Tundra for $479 a month, or get 2.99% APR for up to 72 months on a new Tundra.
Come in today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Only a few more weeks are left in the Dust Devils' 25th anniversary season, and we want you to be a part of them.
There are post-game fireworks Friday, August 21st, thanks to Columbia Basin Hearing Center. Saturday, August 22nd, will be the final Rooster Tails game of the year. Faith Night, thanks to Chick-fil-A, and a baseball card giveaway, thanks to Good Shepherd Health Systems. Sunday is Glow Night, presented by Let's Glow Mini Golf. Family Feast Night, thanks to Genuine Homes, and our final Viñedos game.
Come be a part of our best season yet. Tickets at DustDevilsBaseball.com. Dust Devils Baseball, the Tri-Cities tradition for 25 years.
Now at McDonald's, the under $3 menu gives people what matters most. More options.
And when the option is a McChicken for just $2, it feels absolutely necessary. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
We are the Dillos. We are from Northern Kentucky. Being out in a rural area, coverage is pretty hit and miss with other carriers. So switching to T-Mobile solved a lot of problems that we had.
I'm able to use T-Satellite now. We've got coverage no matter where we're at.
America's best network meets off-the-grid satellite coverage with T-Satellite. And right now, keep the phone you love, and we'll pay it off up to $800 when you switch.
Better service, better price, win-win.
The countdown to the Super Bowl is on, and GMA's Road to the Big Game runs through all 32 teams. Now this morning, we're live in Houston with the Texans.
Hey, America, it's time for a Texas takeover.
With a Texas-sized surprise, only on...
Good morning, America.
Live with Kelly and Mark today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. High temperature is going to be around that century mark for tomorrow. So we have trended, models have trended a little bit hotter, but today, yeah, it's still going to be toasty out there. Not around 100 though, as we'll be in the upper 80s by lunchtime in the Yakima Valley, then mid to upper 90s for the warmest part of the day. So some of us actually will be close-ish to 100 degrees. A lot of 97s and 98s across the map for today. 97 for the Tri-Cities, 97 for Yakima, 98 for Sunnyside, mid-90s up and down the Blue Foothills. Okay, a touch hotter for Friday. I'm going with 100 degrees in the Tri-Cities for Friday, but Yakima still at 97, then about 10 to 15 degrees cooler from Friday to Sunday. So that's going to be due to the cold front that's passing. We like to see the temperatures going down, but we don't like to see the wind gusts going up, which is what's going to happen as we head into this weekend. We'll have a lot more to say about that, but temperatures rebounding mildly as we head into next week. Okay, the UV index still high for today on a scale from 1 to 11. It's a 7, so that means that your skin could burn within 15 to 25 minutes if it's exposed. Make sure it's not exposed by putting on the SPF 30 or higher, an even higher rating, reapplying at least every couple hours, spending as much time in the shade as humanly possible. Okay, the wind's picking up for this weekend. That's going to bring up fire concerns. Might temporarily clear out the smoke, but still looking at another smoky night in the Blue Foothills for tonight. So we'll tell you about that coming up in a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Josh. Nationally this morning, after spending 6 years in the U.S., Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, are heading back to the United Kingdom. John Lawrence reports.
Prince Harry and Meghan are reportedly planning to return to a private residence outside of London later this month. Their children, 7-year-old Prince Archie and 5-year-old Princess Lilibet, are enrolled for classes in Britain this upcoming term, according to the British newspaper The Telegraph.
He did talk about how brilliant the schools were in Britain. He also talked about he thought that the sense of community was really important.
The couple fled from the United Kingdom to the U.S. in 2020 when they stepped back from the responsibilities linked to the crown.
He won't be returning to his royal role, even if he wanted to. The King has made it very clear, and I'm sure that Prince William has made it even clearer, that isn't an option.
King Charles was made aware of the situation on Sunday. Insiders say the King's cancer diagnosis may have led the Sussexes to come back.
When they were at Highgrove, face to face, close up, I firmly believe that Harry saw changes in his father, and that helped kind of move the dial.
While the King is reportedly happy that he'll be able to spend more time with his family, there still may be tensions between Harry and his elder brother.
I think in William's head, he's just now set on the idea that It's him and Kate and the 3 kids that are now the future of the monarchy. And Harry has no part in that.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
In 2025, Prince Harry challenged the UK government's decision to lower his level of taxpayer-funded security. This is after he stepped down from royal life. After losing the case, Harry told the BBC it would make it, quote, impossible to come back to the UK. Coming up here on Good Morning Northwest, when we return, we could see some smoky skies going into this Thursday night. Find out exactly what area to look out for that. More on that with your full weather forecast when we return after this.
We're just getting started. The Walla Walla Fair and Frontier Days is back, celebrating 160 years of unforgettable memories. Kick off Labor Day weekend on September 2nd with Rock and Roll Hall of Famers Cheap Trick live in concert. Then enjoy 5 action-packed days of thrilling carnival rides, incredible fair food, free entertainment, and fun for the whole family. The Walla Walla Fair and Frontier Days, 160 years strong, and we're just getting started. Get your tickets today at wallawallafairgrounds.com.
Even if you have moderate to severe eczema, you can feel the rhythm, feel the flow. And Dupixent helps you feel the heal. It helps calm the key source of inflammation under the skin that can cause eczema. Some adults saw fast itch relief after the first dose and long-lasting clear skin at 1 year. Many even saw 90% clear skin. Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor right away of new or worsening eye problems like eye pain or vision changes, skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. Stay ahead of eczema and help heal your skin from within. Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists. Ask your eczema specialist about Dupixent today.
Yes, at JCPenney, we believe you deserve better deals on better stuff. Looks that are affordable and on trend. Amazing fashion. Plus, when you join Rewards Access today, you can get a $10 cash pass. Yes, JCPenney.
Apple Valley News Now's Young Hearts and C-Bombs proudly award Cataly a new bike.
Well, this girl does not sit still, so I'm sure she is going to be enjoying her summer with her brand new bike.
To learn more, click on Bikes for Tykes at applevalleynewsnow.com.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We're expecting that plume of smoke from the Paradise Fire to drift back into the Blue Foothills as we head into this evening, just kind of like what we were expecting with yesterday's cycle. So we put this into motion with Futurecast surface smoke, and you'll see that again, we're expecting the Paradise Fire to flare up a little bit later today, that plume going down towards the south and east, but then eventually drifting back into the Blue Foothills. So places like Walla Walla and Pendleton could see some additional reductions to air quality, although thus far it really hasn't panned out this morning, so hopefully we can get lucky again for tomorrow morning as well. It doesn't really look like we're going to have big time reductions to air quality across the map for Friday. And then with the winds and the lightning chances on Saturday, we might have to reevaluate down the line. But here's what to do during stretches of poor air quality, especially for the foothills. Stay indoors if you can help it. Wear the protective mask like the N95 or the KN95. Use clean air filters. Watch for symptoms of smoke inhalation. As always, you can find this list posted online at applevalleynewsnow.com. Okay, we do have the alert day still in place for Saturday, a multifaceted risk of fires to start or spread quickly. It's going to be critically dry out there, level 4 out of 5 on our vegetation dryness scale. We're still tracking this storm system that's to the south of Alaska. It's in the Gulf of Alaska right now. And again, it's just taking its sweet time, making it to our neck of the woods, but eventually it will. It's going to do a couple different things to our weather. Number one, it's going to pick up the wind gusts across the map, at least for lower elevations, peak gusts between 30 to 45 miles per hour. Then those lightning chances now looking a little bit more widespread for Saturday, and some of those places hitting that 20% threshold that we always look very closely for. The Cascades in the upper Yakima Basin, the Kittitas Valley, the Northern Blues could see some lightning fires. Can't rule it out. I'm much more concerned about the potential for human-caused wind-driven fires, though. So here's how to prevent wildfires, and you can also find this list posted online at applevalleynewsnow.com. Here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Highs around 100 degrees on Friday, then the winds bringing up fire concerns Saturday. In Yakima, a couple of 97s for today and tomorrow, then a slight chance of thunderstorms this weekend. In Ellensburg, windy this weekend, but especially on Saturday with chances of lightning on top of that. For Hermiston, mid to upper 90s for the next couple days, but a big drop off in temperatures by Sunday. And finally in Walla Walla, smoky again tonight from the Paradise Fire, then highs perhaps into the triple digits by tomorrow.
I like how every time we're talking about the weather conditions so far this week, we're like, well, at least it's not triple digits, Josh, and looks like we just jinxed it.
Then at the 11th hour, trended a little bit. So you can't win them all.
Can't win them all. We're going to have to start like knocking on wood every time we say that. All right, well, coming up when we return here, a movie set to release this weekend accidentally made it to streaming first. We've got that and more in your entertainment headlines coming up next.
When it comes to oral surgery, experience and training matter. At Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons, you're cared for by the only board-certified surgeons in the Tri-Cities for dental implants, wisdom teeth removal, and complex oral and maxillofacial procedures. Oral surgery isn't just routine dental work. Our specialists have advanced training to ensure safer care, better outcomes, and greater comfort. Get expert, full-service oral surgery care close to home. Choose C-BOMS. Request a consultation today.
Every home starts with a move. Not just the one to a new address, but the moves along the way. The choices, the negotiations. In those moments, certainty matters. That's why Windermere Group 1 agents are trained, supported, and prepared for every step. Because when it's time to move, you should be sure you're making the right one. Windermere Group 1. Confidence in every move.
Feeling dizzy, off balance, or worried about falling? You don't have to just live with it. At the Pacific Campus, Alex Trowbridge DPT is accepting new patients and specializes in vestibular therapy, treating vertigo, dizziness, and balance issues. And here's something many patients don't realize. You can choose where you go for physical therapy. Choose the PC. We also treat gait and balance, pain management, and even pool therapy. Ask your doctor to refer you to physical therapy at the PC with Alex Trowbridge DPT.
Get this exceptional offer on select 2026 Cadillac CT5 models. Visit your Yakima and Tri-Cities Cadillac dealer today.
Ever feel like something's missing? Like there's a hole in your morning routine? Well, we've got just the thing. At Some Bagels, we make more than fresh bagels. We make a variety of baked goods to fill your day with everything you've been missing. Have your favorite coffee drink with our in-house roasted espresso beans. And enjoy your bagel with our flavored cream cheeses. Because at Some Bagels, the only thing better than the hole in the middle is everything around it. I want some, you want some, we want some, gimme Some Bagels.
Welcome back to your entertainment news. Often movie fans can't wait for new films to come out.
Well, in this movie's case, they actually don't have to wait as it was leaked on Amazon Prime before its theatrical release.
Yeah, that's right. And David Daniel explains in today's Hollywood Minute.
We're about to be short on time.
Someone jumped the gun on the new Jason Statham movie. Mutiny is due out in theaters Friday, but according to The Verge, the entire film was briefly available to stream Wednesday on Amazon's Prime Video service. It's unclear why the movie was on Amazon's servers. The film's distributor, Lionsgate, has no direct connection with Amazon.
I was like, hell yeah!
David Krumholtz says he's taking an indefinite break from acting. He wrote on social media, even a successful career like his includes a mountain of disappointments, and he needs some time away, adding he's grateful to all who support and believe in me. Krumholtz, who's 48, has appeared in more than 140 films and TV shows.
Growing up, I watched my father being called boy. I ordained myself Mr. T. So the first word out of everybody's mouth would be Mr. That's a sign of respect my father didn't get.
Mr. T, I Pity the Fool, follows the origin story of a unique entertainment icon. Part of the Untold sports documentary series, Mr. T, I Pity the Fool debuts September 8th on Netflix. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Going back to that first story, that actor Jason Statham, was that what his name was? I feel like he's always playing some type of role exactly like that.
Yeah.
He's like the designated like middle-aged like action something.
Typecast for that.
Yeah. All right, well, coming up when we return here, if you've been wanting some more recipes to make breakfast, lunch, and dinner easier, we've got your dinner in 3, 2, 1. But before we can get into that, here's this morning's Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, the Vine-inspired reboot called Divine is now open to everyone. Divine, backed by Twitter founder Jack Dorsey, features the same 6-second looping video format as the app that ended back in 2017. All AI content is banned, and there are more than 2 million original Vine videos. And do you need to get your blood drawn for tests? Robots could soon be doing the job. The FDA has approved a new standalone automated device that can apply tourniquets, insert and dispose of needles, and bandage patients. A trained human would start the process. And Google is offering U.S. college students a freebie, a full-year subscription of AI Pro, which also includes a huge amount of storage and access to Google Health Premium. The package normally runs about $200 a year. Those are your Tech Bites. I'm Faith Abube. Have a great day.
For a limited time, get up to 70% on beautiful new carpet or flooring from Empire today. Plus, we'll beat any competitor's offer, guaranteed. And our all-inclusive price even includes furniture moving. Empire makes getting beautiful new floors easy with our home floor advantage. And for a limited time, get up to 70% off select styles. Visit EmpireToday.com or give us a call to schedule your free estimate. You know the number.
800-588-2300 Empire.
Today. No application fee if you apply by September 1st at University of Maryland Global Campus, offering online and hybrid courses and lifetime career services. Learn about our more than 100 online degrees and certificates at umgc.edu.
Oh, what is that musty smell?
Oh, damp.
Damp. Oh, damn.
Hey, language.
Damprid traps excess moisture to eliminate musty smells. Get rid of the damp with Damprid.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good Thursday morning. Thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Zoe Solis. To get this started off, we're going to check in with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth. Big weather stories for today. Josh, take it away.
Yeah, thank you, Zoe. It is going to be a little bit smoky once again for tonight in the Blue Foothills due to the Paradise Fire. High temperatures around getting into triple-digit territory for Friday, and then some more dangerous fire weather as we head into this weekend. Okay, air quality not as bad for the Blue Foothills as we were expecting. We'll see how this fluctuates throughout the rest of this morning. Current wind gusts out there, not really that big of a factor. They won't be for today or tomorrow, but they definitely will be a big-time factor as we head into Saturday. Current temperatures out there, 50s and 60s for lower elevations, 56 for the Tri-Cities, 62 for Yakima, 54 degrees in Ellensburg. Speaking of Yakima, going to end up in the mid to upper 90s for today, so expecting lots of sunshine. Highs in general for lower elevations in the mid to upper-ish 90s. Okay, let's take you on a tour of all the fires that are still burning across the map. We start off with the Paradise Fire. Saw some big and some bad updates with this one yesterday. It's now 6,700 acres, a little bit over that, and still the southwestern flank of the fire, especially in Umatilla County, that is very active. And so we did see expanded evacuations yesterday to the south and to the west in Walla Walla County, but especially in Umatilla County, even a level 3 go now zone. And so you can find these precise zones and areas by going online to AppleValleyNewsNow.com. The other big fire that's burning in the blues would be the Hagen Fire, which is over 58,000 acres. It's 19% contained, and it's still very active on the southeastern and the northeastern side of the fire. But we got a very good update with this fire yesterday. So we unfortunately did not see any reductions to evacuations. Still several evacuations in place for Umatilla and Union counties, but Oregon Highway 204, which had been closed for quite some time, is now open for business. The entire length of the highway from Weston to Elgin, milepost 0 to 39. So some very good news there. Okay, then we'll take you over to the Cascades, the Three Queens Fire, which is burning to the north of Lake Cochise. It's 3,800 acres, only 2% contained. It's starting to flare up again, the eastern and the northern side of the fire in particular, and those evacuations have not changed. Still holding steady for Lake Cochise, Cle Elum Lake, and points in between. As always, you can find much more information about all these fires posted online at AppleValleyNewsNow.com.
All right, here's something exciting. If you're looking for a new way to exercise, Free Spirit Wellness in Prosser is a yoga studio that offers trapeze yoga. Connected to hooks on the ceiling, the trapeze features a swing and 3 sets of handles. Participants ranging from 8 to 80 years old are able to do aerial poses not possible on just regular yoga mats.
We're not humans that walk on our hands, you know, so we're always on our feet, obviously. So we've got gravity compressing on our spine, smushing our vertebrae together, and over time that creates a lot of pressure in the spine. Everything's connected to the spine. So a lot of people are dealing with these issues that just are because of gravity.
The support provided from the trapeze also allows users to focus on muscle engagement instead of focusing on balance. Free Spirit Wellness hosts weekly classes as well as beginner workshops where people can try it out for themselves. All right, something I find just as hard as figuring out dinner is figuring out breakfast.
Could not agree more, and that's why we partnered with Dinner in 321 with Laura Ashley Johnson.
That's right, and known for her TikToks about these easy recipes, here's what Josh and I got to learn this week. Check it out. Just in time for back to school, we are back with an easy breakfast, lunch, whatever you want to call it, recipe.
Dinner in 321 showing us, I mean, what are you showing? It smells, the sausage smells fantastic.
So this has 4 ingredients. These are sausage muffins. And it's a great thing to make when you want to meal prep for the week, or if you have a house full of folks who love to have a hearty breakfast, this is a perfect recipe. But we're going to start with some cooked sausage. So you're going to add your sausage to one bowl first here.
Okay.
And then I like to freshly grate cheese for this recipe. So this is cheddar cheese. You could use other variations of cheese as well. Just dump it in there. Okay. And then we have some eggs that we've already broken here in a bowl. We're going to add that as well.
See, if we stop the recipe right here and just stir this up, I would eat that.
I would too. So this is the last ingredient you're going to add here. After that's all in the bowl, great. You're just going to mix it up till it's well combined. You want to take your muffin pan and you want to spray it super well. You can use an extra virgin olive oil spray. Otherwise, these can stick. If you have like a large cookie scoop, it makes this go much faster. Last one.
Voila.
Voila. That's all there is to it.
All right, finished product. We are done.
All done.
Let's take a look at it.
I can't wait for y'all to see this.
Oh my gosh,
wow.
So fresh.
Yes.
They're great by themselves. Or if you want to dip them in something, you can make some gravy with that sausage grease. And if you like McGriddles, those types of flavors with the syrup and sausage, that's a great thing to dip it in as well. Mustard is great as well. That's a popular one with.
Interesting.
Here's one here. Okay. It's going to be hot, so be careful.
Now, I will say for the record, I was going to originally eat this without any topping, and then I got bullied into putting.
You said, Josh, you can't do that. Okay, cheers.
That's really good.
Absolutely perfect. Oh, the syrup? Lovely choice. I would recommend the syrup.
Can we switch?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll switch. Okay, perfect. Well, Josh, what would you say? Did you like the gravy or the syrup more?
I like the syrup more.
The syrup more?
Yeah.
I agree too. We were talking about that. And then also, if anyone wants to find out the full recipe, you can head straight to applevalleynewsnow.com, where we have all that and more.
And at dinnerinthreetwoone.com.
And dinnerinthreetwoone. All right, well, coming up when we return, Kennewick prepares for expansion as population continues to grow. Also, taking another look at our weather forecast. Josh, what are we looking at?
Yeah, we are looking at high temperatures getting around that century mark for tomorrow. So we'll talk about that. Also a preview of your smoke forecast. All that coming up in a few minutes.
Let's go.
Tonight,
I'm gonna press my luck. Win the big bucks. Get that money.
a season finale you won't want to miss.
The most intense moment of my life.
That's how we do it here at Press Your Luck.
Press Your Luck, season finale tonight on ABC.
Bottom of the ninth. This is the dream.
What a shot.
Protect your family's dreams. Under our roof. Bundle life and save on home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Selling your home can be stressful. Showings, repairs, waiting. You don't need more hassle. You need a team you can trust. Resolve Home Buyers has helped thousands of homeowners. We have the experience to get you through any situation. We'll guide you through every step. And you don't pay a thing. So when you're ready to sell, give us a call. And our team will walk you through every step of the process. Call 509-599-1022. 509-599-1022.
Nissan really pushes these cars, huh?
Oh, yeah.
We run help a friend to move scenarios?
All the time.
Driveway airball? Wow, solid.
Very.
Hurry in to the Nissan End of Summer Sales Event and see why the Nissan Rogue is #1 in new vehicle quality. Well-qualified buyers get 0% APR on select model trims or get $4,500 customer cash on select Rogue or Frontier trims.
Even if your child has moderate to severe eczema, they can feel the flow, feel the breeze. And Dupixent helps them feel the heal. It helps calm a key source of inflammation under the skin that can cause eczema. Dupixent is the only biologic therapy approved to treat kids as young as 6 months for noticeably clearer skin and less itch. Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor right away of new or worsening eye problems like eye pain or vision changes, skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. Dupixent. Help heal their skin from within so they can stay ahead of eczema. Find an eczema specialist and ask about Dupixent today.
Bottom of the ninth. This is the dream.
What a shot.
Protect your family's dreams. Under our roof. Bundle life and save on home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Let's go.
Tonight,
I'm gonna press my luck. Win the big bucks. Get that money.
a season finale you won't want to miss.
The most intense moment of my life.
That's how we do it here at Press Your Luck.
Press Your Luck, season finale tonight on ABC.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We're going to be up around 100 degrees for tomorrow, which is the hottest we've been maybe in a couple weeks at this point. So for today, mid-80s by lunchtime in the Tri-Cities, mid-90s for the warmest part of the day. We'll take you on that zone-by-zone tour of today's forecast, but I think our cap for the hottest temperatures today are going to be like 97, 98 degrees. Now, not in the Cascades, where we'll be in the 80s and 90s, lots of sunshine. And then for the Kittitas Valley, low to mid-90s, 94 for Ellensburg, 92 for Manastash Ridge. For the Yakima Valley, 97s and 98s. That's what I was talking about. 98 for Sunnyside, 97 degrees in Yakima. And then for the Lower Columbia Basin, 96, 97s, and 98s. A bunch of 98s for the Hanford site, Benton City, and Prosser. Then for the Blue Foothills, be in the mid-90s, mid to upper 90s up and down the foothills, and finally for the Blue Mountains, 80s and 90s, and this is where we're going to have the worst air quality, at least during the day, with the smoke plumes from the Hagen fire and the Paradise fire. Okay, high temperatures a little bit hotter for tomorrow in the Tri-Cities. I'm going with a high of precisely 100 degrees, but then dropping off by about 10 to 15 degrees from Friday to Sunday. Rebounding a little bit after that, but this is due to a cold front that's going to pick up fire concerns. It might temporarily clear out the smoke, but in the meantime, still some reductions in air quality to the Blue Foothills, which will time out with Futurecast coming up in a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Josh. Turning over into the city of Kennewick that is now planning for the future as more families move in and call the city home. Apple Valley News Now's William Albers spoke with city officials about where Kennewick is growing and how they've prepared for the years ahead.
New homes, new businesses, and new families are continuing to shape the look of Kennewick. City officials say that especially is easy to see in Southridge, an area identified for future growth back in the early 2000s, after the city invested in Bob Wilson Parkway and utilities to serve the area. And today, new neighborhoods and larger housing projects continue to fill in that part of the city.
There's a lot of growth going on in the Southridge area. There are 3 decent-sized multifamily projects that are occurring. One is nearing completions, 58 units.
And as more people move in, services are following. One example is a planned Veterans Affairs clinic near Trio's Southridge Hospital.
They'll continue to maintain a presence in Walla Walla, but most of their customers and their patients are coming from the Tri-Cities area.
But planning for growth is also about knowing where that city can and can't expand. Kennewick still has property within its existing urban growth area that could eventually come into the city.
So looking beyond what's in our urban growth area, in order to kind of bring those lands into our urban growth area, we have to show a need for additional lands to support 20 years of development.
Kennewick city officials say that they expect steady population growth within the coming years. However, they tell me to accommodate that growth, the city might look to change some of its codes.
In my mind, I see that adoption of that is going to really open up opportunities for more housing.
As more families call Kennewick home, city leaders are looking at how housing, services, and infrastructure can grow along with them. In Kennewick, William Albert, Apple Valley News Now.
Kennewick is also working to complete its periodic comprehensive plan update, which will help guide the city's growth and development through 2046. Turning now over into Richland, where residents near the Hanford site may hear emergency sirens this afternoon, but officials say there's no need for alarm. The site will test sirens between 12:30 and 1:30 p.m. today in the 300 area of the Hanford site and 400 area 6 miles northwest of Richland. Announcements will say this is a drill before and after the siren tone, and a real emergency information would be shared through local radio and television. Still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest, when we return, everything you need to know before heading out the door this Thursday morning in your morning sprint, as well as your full weather forecast going zone by zone in your area. Stay with us after this.
Many abused and neglected animals are hungry and need help right now. Many animals are starving, wondering if food will ever come, with the unbearable pain that comes with that, and they need our help.
There are animals that have no idea when their next meal will come. They can't even remember when their last meal was. And they are moments from dying.
So I'm here to ask you, will you open your heart to help an animal who's hungry? Go online, call, or simply scan this code and donate just $19 a month. You'll help feed a hungry animal. That's just 63 cents a day to fill their empty bowl and show them the love in your heart.
There are empty bowls that are sitting there waiting to be filled. You can tell that these dogs are so weak from hunger. They've known no other life but a life of suffering.
No animal should have to go hungry. And with your support today, you will help feed a hungry animal. You can fill their bowl, but you have to make your urgent life-saving gift today. So please join in the next 10 minutes. And if you do, We'll send you this free welcome kit to thank you for helping an animal today.
There's always an empty bowl on the ground that should have food in it. And it's very clear from the appearance of these dogs that that bowl hasn't had food in it for a long time.
We urgently need 3,000 new donors in the next 30 days. Please say you'll be one of them by signing up today. No animal should ever go hungry, and I know you agree. Please make this the moment that you say, I won't stand by while they suffer. Help fill their bowl too. Go online, call, or scan this code right now.
Ready to move to the music and savor the munchies? Join Tri-County Partners Habitat for Humanity for the 9th Annual Music and Munchies, Saturday, September 19th at the Reach Museum in Richland. Doors open at 4:30 p.m. Featuring live music from American Honey with headliner Austin Jenks. Taste local bites and bid in the silent auction. Presented by Tri-County Partners and Peton Wealth. Every bite and every beat helps build safe, affordable homes. See you under the stars.
Mariners Chicago, Friday at 7:10 on Apple Valley News Now. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We are expecting the smoke from the Paradise Fire to fill back into the Bluefoot Hills for tonight. So we'll put this into motion with Futurecast surface smoke. And a little bit later today, we're expecting the Paradise Fire to flare up. The plume will start to drift down towards the south and east, but eventually drifting back towards the west. So places like Walla Walla and Pendleton could see some of those additional reductions to air quality. But I'm thinking in general, air quality going to be decent for most of our microclimates over the next couple of days. Then we have the winds picking up for Saturday, some of the lightning chances. So the long-term smoke outlook kind of up in the air. We'll see how it goes for this weekend. But if you want to stay safe during stretches of poor air quality, especially in a place like the Bluefoot Hills, you can find safety tips for that posted online at AppleValleyNewsNow.com or by downloading our weather app free in the App Store or on Google Play. Okay, like I said, winds picking up, lightning chances picking up for this weekend, specifically for Saturday. That's why we're going with an alert day, a multifaceted risk for fires to start or spread quickly. Our vegetation going to be critically dry out there, level 4 out of 5 on our vegetation dryness scale. And we have this storm system that is cooking right now in the Gulf of Alaska. Eventually, it's going to be our problem. So it's going to do a couple different things to our weather. Number one, it's going to pick up the wind gusts across the map for lower elevations. We're looking at gusts anywhere between 25 to 45 miles per hour. Then you have some of the lightning chances, which are looking a little bit more widespread. And some more microclimates hitting that key threshold of 20%. That's when lightning fire chances start to become much more tangible. So the Cascades in the upper Yakima Basin, the Kittitas Valley, the Northern Blues, all right at 20%. To sign up for emergency alerts in our Oregon counties, go to oralert.gov. For our Washington counties, mil.wa.gov/alerts/local. You would have gotten those alerts for the expanded evacuations in the Paradise Fire, because that one is burning in both states. So here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Highs around 100 degrees on Friday, then the winds bringing up fire concerns Saturday. In Yakima, a couple of 97s for today and tomorrow, then a slight chance of thunderstorms this weekend. In Ellensburg, windy this weekend, but especially on Saturday with chances of lightning on top of that. And then for Hermiston, mid to upper 90s for the next couple days, but a big drop off in temperatures by Sunday. And finally for Walla Walla, smoky again tonight from the Paradise Fire, then highs perhaps into the triple digits by tomorrow.
Now, the morning sprint.
Getting straight into it here, a 36-year-old Kennewick man is dead. This is after authorities say he crashed his motorcycle on the US 395 off-ramp heading onto Columbia Drive. Washington State Patrol says it happened Wednesday afternoon. Troopers say that when the man traveled at a high speed to get off the highway, he did not follow the curve of the off-ramp and hit a guardrail. Officials are investigating after a massive fire on Wednesday morning damaged 2 fire trucks, injured a firefighter, and rendered a pallet business near Umatilla a total loss. During the fire, there was a large explosion that damaged firefighting vehicles nearby and injured a firefighter. They were evaluated and treated at the scene. The city of Kennewick is planning for thousands of new residents over the next 2 decades. City officials say Southridge remains one of Kennewick's primary growth areas, with vacant land and new housing continuing to drive development around Bob Olson Parkway, Colorado Street, and Thompson Hill. Officials are looking at available land across the city and within its existing urban growth area to make sure there's enough room for future homes, businesses, and jobs. The Kennewick Police Department is looking for a thief who they say stole more than $1,100 worth of products from the Columbia Center Mall. KPD says that during at least 3 trips to Sephora, the suspect took several beauty products. Officers say they have identified the suspect but haven't made an arrest yet. Residents of Richland can expect some emergency drill testing this afternoon, as the Hanford site will test sirens between 12:30 and 1:30 p.m. today. Announcements will say this is a drill before and after the siren tone. In a real emergency, information would be shared through local radio and television. Nationally this morning, on Wednesday, the Treasury Department announced the federal debt has hit a record $40 trillion. They say the federal government has been spending more money on 2 programs for older Americans. Other factors include decades of tax cuts and relief packages during the COVID-19 pandemic. The Treasury Department said it would increase its buybacks of long-term bonds in the coming months. A Nashville hospital is apologizing to at least 4 patients who were harmed in an unspecified event. One patient had knee replacement surgery and is now paralyzed from the chest down. After a medication mix-up, they say she was given potassium chloride, which can be dangerous when used incorrectly. It was previously used as part of the state's lethal injection protocol. The hospital says they can't comment on the other 3 patients due to privacy concerns. In your business news this morning, software company Stripe is buying AI startup OpenRouter for a reported nearly $8 billion. Stripe's technology allows companies to direct payments to other businesses, and OpenRouter's tech lets companies direct spending of tokens between different artificial intelligence model providers. Stripe has remained private since its founding in 2010, and millions of companies use its payment software. Target says net sales grew 5.3% over last year. Target also got nearly $1 billion from the federal government in the form of tariff refunds. Sales growth has seen in all 6 of the chain's major categories, though it was weakest in apparel and home goods. CEO Michael Fidelke says he knew it would take years to turn the home category around, and he's measuring success using that timeline. In your health headlines this morning, a new vaccine appears to have the revolutionary ability to prevent the reoccurrence of the deadliest form of skin cancer. Moderna says it's for the people who've had melanoma. They cite stage 3 trial results suggesting the vaccine can stop the disease from coming back or spreading. The companies say the vaccine is individualized and it uses the same mRNA technology behind certain coronavirus vaccines. According to a study published Monday, they found that pilots and flight crews receive the highest average annual dose of ionizing radiation because the thinner atmosphere at commercial flight altitudes provide less protection from cosmic radiation. Radiation risk is believed to be specific to flight crews because of their repeated exposure. Passengers, even frequent flyers, are not exposed to the same levels of radiation. In your sports-related news this morning, Caitlin Clark helped the WNBA shatter another Cable T rating record. Sunday's game between Indiana Fever and Atlanta Dream averaged nearly 2.6 million viewers on ESPN. That is the largest WNBA audience ever on cable. In the 7:15 quarter hour, as the game was winding down, 4 million viewers tuned in. The game topped the previous cable record of just over 2.5 million. That record was also set by a Caitlin Clark game during the 2024 playoffs. And tennis player Nick Kirosi is in trouble for testing positive for cocaine use, resulting in a provisional suspension by the International Tennis Integrity Agency. Kirosi posted an apology on Instagram and said he's stepping out of the spotlight and going dark online for 4 weeks. He said he doesn't make excuses, but notes the toll of injuries the past couple of years. He reached the Wimbledon final in 2022. Over into what's trending this morning, there's a chance of seeing Indo-Pacific leopard sharks in the wild thanks largely to just one man.
Yeah, in 2019, there were only 20 adult sharks estimated to be left in the wild. Then Mark Erdman visited an aquarium in Singapore back in 2015. The staff there told him they didn't know what to do with all their baby leopard sharks.
Erdman's organization called ReShark started a program to help aquariums get the pups ready to live on their own and then release them. And now nearly 60 aquariums are breeding the sharks and 82 have been released since 2023. Wow, what a cool, interesting thing for him to do.
So cute, just want to pinch their little cheeks. They would bite off a hand or something.
So cute. All right, well, in other trending news this morning, a recent graduate of South Puget Sound's Community College's brewing program has created the school's first all-student designed beer, and it's now selling at taverns in Washington State, helping fund 2-year degrees that trained him.
Yeah, Martin Lee spent nearly 30 years in the Army before enrolling at the college. He brewed the Philly Sour Cézanne as his first solo creation after completing coursework that covered cider making, beer making, and distilling. Thurston County bars began selling the beer last week.
And South Puget Sound Community College is the only school in the country offering a 2-year degree in cider making, brewing, and distilling. Lee hopes to open his own brewery soon. Love to hear that little Washington story success right there.
Yeah, I mean, I would prefer if it was a cider, but good for him. Good for him.
Okay, good for him. All right, well, coming up next on Good Morning Northwest at 6, a 36-year-old Kennewick man is dead. This is after authorities say he crashed his motorcycle on the US 395 off-ramp heading onto Columbia Drive. Plus, flock cameras in Yakima are causing some major controversy from residents. More on that and on our weather forecast going into this Thursday, Josh.
Yeah, we could be up around 100 degrees for Friday and then some serious fire concerns for this weekend. We'll talk about all that coming up on Good Morning Northwest at 6.